Hello everyone. As I finish another really good day here with cows, I want to come here to talk a little bit about the concept of leadership. Okay, I'm here to talk about that concept and what that entails in our day-to-day life as at the farm. First, I need to disclose that I'm taking this concept from a book I recently read from Dave Goggins called Never Finished. On Evolution 7, one of the chapters of that book, he talks about what leadership means, and most importantly, what being the leader of yourself first really means in your daily life. As I was going through the words on that book, my mind could not stop thinking about the leaders I see every day when I'm walking on a farm, but also the other people that are not leaders and are happy to get a list of tasks, finish the tasks, and move on. These last ones are not leaders, but they're also an important and needed team on farm, and everybody has their job and they need to get everything done, right? So before we go to this farm situation, we must first separate employees into two categories: the bosses and the leaders. They may sound the same, but deep down there are significant differences between them. The boss usually knows what to say, shows up in a leadership position, and sometimes have great speeches of encouragement and motivation that will try to make the team engaged and excited for another hard day of work, right? That's important too. But here's the difference between them and the leader. The leader, on the other hand, usually doesn't try to be on the spotlight, doesn't care about the recognition, but it's a team player, understands that in order for a farm to run smoothly, all pieces need to work well together. They need to be corrected when something's not right. Procedures need to be reassessed when productivity starts failing. But most importantly, this leader is the one that engages everyone by example and is motivated because they know what needs to be done, has to get done, no matter if they're tired, cold, uncomfortable, or even unwilling. If the job was assigned, it will be completed. And for leaders, it will be completed with results that are above expectations. Let me talk a little bit about a personal example. When I started my master's degree, I used to think my advisor was a boss. He had a list of tasks for me every day to be completed. He didn't give me straight answers when I had questions, but instead asked me to go look for them. He was demanding at all times and required my attention to the details and to always finishing what we started. At first, I was annoyed. I thought to myself, I'm giving my best here, doing what I'm being told, and still my work is just not enough. I was being selfish and did not see the big picture. And only close to the end of my 2-year program, I realized he would be one of the most influential leaders I've ever had the opportunity to work with. I believe now he helped me become the person I am today. Looking back, I wasn't paying attention to how much he changed me during that course of that program. Here's what I missed that today I can clearly see. He was always at the farm before me and left after I did. During our collection days, which ran around 14 to 16 hour days, while I was complaining of the workload and the heat and how many steps I took to get something done, he did not complain. He showed me that until the job was done, we would be there. He was always prepared while I was scrambling to find the right tools in the lab or equipment to finish the collections. But day after day, I wanted to try harder because I saw what he was doing and I thought I can try harder too. I wanted to show up earlier, leave later. I started getting more prepared. I started making lists of what I needed to do before the next crazy long day started. But most importantly, I stopped complaining and started enjoying the process. Then one day, I finally show up first. I finally left later. I got the job done with pride and excitement, and I was excited for another day of hard work that made me feel accomplished without expecting any recognition or praise for doing it. I just did it because that was the right thing to do. That's when I finally realized that he was being a leader and helping me develop what Dave Goggins calls self-leadership. He helped shape me to what I am today, and for that I'm forever thankful and grateful. But it took me time to understand and realize that it's not about meeting expectations so others can see what you've accomplished, but it's about being your own leader and proud of a work well done above expectations that nobody needs to care about. Let's bring that back to the farm. Learning how to recognize the leaders, bosses, and doers at the farm is a difficult but very important task for owners. Even more crucial is knowing how to place the right people in the right places as well. For example, let's say you're having some training issues at the milk parlor. You have a boss there or someone telling people what to do and trying to motivate them, but not showing up earlier to check the lines and cleaning, check supplies for the day, or not completing the job correctly as everyone should. That's the boss. But the leader of that team is not spending much time there because he's being tasked to other jobs on the farm because he's just good at those too and does them really well. So by making that small shift of personnel, identifying the problem and bringing a true leader to that team might give you some really positive shifts to your parlor efficiency and milk quality. And the leader won't need to make speeches of motivation and encouragement to get it done. All he needs to do is show everybody that he's doing a better job than everyone else, and they will just feel like they need to be better too. Otherwise, they'll just fall behind, okay? Or be uncomfortable with just being okay. As that leader goes from being an overachiever in the team, he now becomes being the benchmark, as they don't seek recognition or praise, they just seek excellence. So their daily motivation is very simple. They tell themselves, I could do better and I can help people be better too. That's what motivates them. It is possible that those leaders will stay at the farm for a long time. That'll be great as they keep being challenged and also keep being put in places to make themselves better and help other teams. But it may be that they also may leave the farm and seek more challenges, more difficult jobs, get new positions. Absolutely. That happens all the time. You know that. You've had that in your farm probably. But what are you left with when you make that choice, putting the leader in the right place? A farm with better standards, higher goals, stronger benchmarks, and a team that now has the spark to become new leaders and become better every day. It is a win-win scenario, no matter how it was achieved. So this week, as you walk barns, talk to your teams, have small meetings, start identifying those leaders and empowering them. Empower them. And remember that real leaders thrive with betterment of themselves. That's how they run. I hope you enjoyed this little GPS vlog. And remember, we're here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out for more insightful conversations. Keep inspiring change and growing leaders. Thank you.